Hey everyone, it's Gokin here, returning to this channel to do what has been probably awaited for a few people that have watched, or for my homies, my deck profile. The deck profile I've been taking with me over some time. A new build. I'll be explaining the old build a little bit though. I'll get into that, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. This is a preda+branded deck profile. We're going to start off with the preda plant stuff. I'm going to start off with 3 Scorpio. I feel like 3 is mandatory. It's needed because this is like one of your play starters for either preda practice or just your normal summon. You guys will see why I have practice later. I see some people running 3 Biblisp. I run 2, just personally. I feel like it's a brick sometimes. It's nice to get that discard, but then it's going to be bad if you already used the discard effect, right? Or it's going to be bad if you like already used its effect, right? To recur resources from the deck. At this point, you might as well play 2. Sundew, it could be 1 or 2. I like playing 2 just to have that security and like bringing in an extra special summon. Especially if like I already discarded it and I need an extra fusion summon. You know. Last but not least, 1 Cobra. It's a one of. It's once per duel effect is the only reason why it's at a one of. If it was like not once per duel, it would be fucking broken. I'd play 3 super polys. I'd be bringing that shit in every time, summoning it, constantly bringing out everything I need. Uh, Not to over explain, but yeah, its ability is just too good to not play at 1. 3 Pendulums, 2 Buffalicula, 1 Triantis. I do 2 Buffalicula, personally, because I feel like it's a brick if you have 3. And you need 2 because you might discard one of them. And to have that chance to recur resources. Triantis is good to, use your scale. Triantis is the combo piece that you sort of need with the pendulum stuff. You can't have either or. You can have Triantis and like use it as material, but you're not going to be able to recur it. It'll be a one-time use, but then like with Triantis and Buffalicula, you can recycle both and be able to recur your resources, be able to special summon again. And then not a Predaplant monster, but works in with the plant engine. Stay Sailor Romarin. She's your light target for Branded Fusion. Can set up Biblisp. Could set up most of the plant stuff if you just need to do anything, but typically you just want to use it to get rid of Biblisp. That's just one and only use for the most part. Now for the branded stuff. 3 Fallen of Albaz. Some people run 2. I run 3 because I see myself using 3. Using Fallen of Albaz a lot, depending on Branded Fusion quite a bit in the tournaments that I've been doing. So I was like, yeah, at some point I have to try running 3, and running 3 has been amazing. It doesn't get too bricky. I'm probably going to get into bricky situations eventually, but, that's also the reason why you might as well play pure branded if you play 3, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt to play 3 in a Preda branded formation. I'm broke as fuck, so I only have 1 Cartesia. In Preda branded, you typically only want to play 1 because you have a very tight space in the deck. Playing pure, you want to play 2 or 3. And you can work around having 2 or 3 in this variant, but you gotta have a lot less Preda combos and more branded combos, and then that kind of takes away from the build. You're having branded Preda plant at that point. But Cartesia is amazing. No need to explain why she's here. I play 2 Aluber. Some people play 3. I used to play 3, but I played 2 just because like I don't depend on the normal summon anymore. Having 3 is kind of bricky. Well, for me personally, when I was playing the variant that I have right now, playing 3 was kind of bricky to have multiple times. So I just stuck with having 2. A lot of people don't play ad libitum no more. For decent reason, but I still play ad libitum for the fact that like I can recycle a lot of my banished stuff, especially because people just hate branded so much that they want to get rid of your shit, right? And then 1 tragedy, only 1. You kind of only really need 1. Even in the pure variant, I only play 1 now. Just cause it's bricky. It's really bricky. Like you can't even discard it and use its ability. It does have a nice effect to like recur any branded spell or trap card the next turn, but you only want to play one. The last one of the branded stuff, the Albion. Y'all know what it does. You only really need one, and that's just about it for that. The Bishiels, two. Or actually, we'll just start off with the Father. One, Lubellion. People don't play Lubellion in the preda+branded builds. Lubellion works a lot, works really well, works for when you don't have any targets, because the one thing that preda+branded struggles with is like long distance duels when you're going against light twins, going against trap tricks, any of that kind of stuff. Decks that just force you to play slow and long, and you need resources to use, right? And especially if you don't have Lost in the late game, you're gonna need Lubellion to be able to bring that out. Magnamut, two of them. Two works for me. You can play three. You can play as many Bishios as you want. One Dubious Worm, one Saronir. And then for the Sanctifier build, one Jaugen. To explain Jaugen, normally you don't play Sanctifier in this build. You want, but I wanted to try out Jaugen. I'm trying to look for a Jinzo, because if you don't have Dragoon and we're going into a format where like Labyrinth's gonna be out a bit, you want to have Jinzo, because if you don't have Dragoon, then you don't have a proper way to like extinguish the trap cards. But now for the spell cards, we all know this. We all need this. 3 fusion, 3 opening, 1 red. Sorry for the bad camera angle. And then 1 lost. Some people don't like playing lost at all in their preda+branded build. I like playing it just because I like that security of being able to fusion summon and then like having no one, or like no interruptions, period. 2 preda practice. Preda practice is probably going to come as a surprise for some people. I didn't even run it for some time, but I ran it just because it's actually really good. You know, you get a instant special summon, and then you get to add one, and then that special summon, if it's like especially if it's Scorpio, that's boom, instant combo, you're set. Like the only thing people can really do is like stop it with Ash, but even if they Ash it, what the hell are they gonna do, right? They're gonna stop your special summon. The special summon is kind of what happens, you know. The adding is different, and then even if you bring out Scorpio, that's a chain lock. They can only stop Scorpio. They can't stop Preda Practice. Scorpio won't be able to bring out anything, but at the very least, you can bring out something else. You know. 2 Super Poly. It's really broken, especially in this build. It actually kills pure branded if they don't set up the Sanctifier, and that's the reason why I play it over pure branded, at least for the time being. 1 Imperm. I want this Imperm to be Quem. I feel like Quem helps the deck so much, but for now, I'm just sticking with the 1 Imperm. I don't even see a point in playing Imperm in this deck anymore, just because like I don't rely on it. 1 Planning. Planning is so good for for Sundew, because Sundew's really broken, and then what is it? And just like your Preda fusion monsters in general. 1 Banishment, basically Monster Reborn and Super Poly, and 1 trap card, and then 1 Retribution. Y'all know what Retribution does. Y'all know why we play it. Only at 1 though. I see some people be psychopathic and play 2. I'll just introduce the old build real quick. Dark Magician and then Dragoon. I took out Dragoon just because I feel like having Dark Magician is nice, but now for the fact that Albion is out, I wanted to try out the Jinzo build. It's not too bad having these out. You sadly don't have that option to go into Dragoon, but at the same time, you have more flexible options to go into other builds, into other boards, and be able to set up more negates, set up more interruptions, yada yada yada. I mean, I still recommend playing Dragoon if you have the chance to play it. I just don't like running Dark Magician as much anymore, but yeah, this was in the old build. Jogan was replaced for Dark Magician, and then Sanctifier was replaced Dragoon. But now for the extra deck, Speaking of the guy that I was talking about all day, Sanctifier, Mirror Jade. I only play one of Sanctifier. Y'all know why. Mirror Jade. People say you need to play at least 2. I disagree. You don't really need it often. It's good to have a spare for the chance that like you run out of your other cards. But then I personally just like playing 1. It just worked out for me. For the Preda build, you only play 1 Lubellion. You need the space for other stuff like Albion, 1 Grangle, and then the Despian stuff, 1 Lulu, and 1 Praskinian. Praskinian's amazing. I might switch it between Cordis though. For the Preda stuff, we have Starving Venom, or Preda Power, Trifodium, Dracostapelia, and then Ambulacletes. And then the Super Poly targets, Garura, and then Mud Dragon. Honestly, if you're playing against Dragon Lakes, Branded, Labyrinth, most of your Super Poly targets is this entire thing right here. Especially if you have a Fallen of Albus brought out. And then 1 Chimera for the in red. Now for the side deck, I have 3 D barriers, 2 evenly, and then 1 Dark Ruler for the combo. I know people are going to flame me. They're going to say, why are you playing 1 Dark Ruler? I only have 1 Hollow Dark Ruler with me at the moment. I think I gave my common ones to my homie. Thinking about picking up a couple more, but even then, for time's sake, just to have around, just to have board breakers. I do plan on playing the Pure variant pretty soon, just to have fun with that. I'm going to try to get 2 more Dark Rulers, and then 1 more evenly match for that. 3 Ogre. You all know why I play Ogre. Ogre for super heavies, for any pendulum effects, or anything like that, just coming out. Tier, yada yada. Ash, we all play Ash, and then 3 Radiants for those pesky boss monsters that I can't get rid of. And that's pretty much the deck profile. I've seen a lot. I've had a lot of success with this build. I've had a lot of, well, not the current build, but like the previous build. I've had a lot of success with this deck in general. It's been amazing to take preda+branded so, really far into the tournaments that I've been to. I wish to have taken this to regionals. I was hoping to play there because I saw, like, respectfully, I saw the preda+branded build that, a guy in Philly, it was either Philly or somewhere else, topped with, and honestly, like, it's just, I personally didn't like it. But can't knock on it if they topped with it. But yeah, that's been the build so far. Hopefully soon I can get the cards that I need for a Pure variant, because I want to try that out pretty soon. But yeah, that's just been the deck profile. Hope y'all enjoy the setup. Hope as y'all notice, I don't have the speed duel mat here anymore. I have this Punchman mat, and then I have the dual power playmat as background. Just something new I wanted to try out for today. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.